Welcome to the Quiz Matrix, where your brain meets the ultimate challenge. Today we've got 20 surprising true or false questions that'll test what you think you know, and blow your mind with fascinating facts along the way. From science to history to some truly weird trivia, this is no ordinary quiz. So grab a pen, keep track of your score, and let's see how much you really know. Ready? A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus? True. Venus takes 243 Earth days to complete one rotation on its axis, making its day longer than its year, which is just 225 Earth days. Even more fascinating, Venus rotates in the opposite direction of most planets in the solar system, a phenomenon called retrograde rotation. This means the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Venus's atmosphere is incredibly thick, consisting mostly of carbon dioxide, with clouds of sulfuric acid, creating a runaway greenhouse effect. Surface temperatures reach an astonishing 475 degrees Celsius, 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. Sharks are older than trees. True. Sharks have been around for over 400 million years, evolving long before the first trees appeared around 350 million years ago. Early sharks looked very different from modern ones, with some species having jawless mouths. They've survived all 5 of Earth's mass extinction events, including the asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs. Today, there are over 500 species, ranging from the massive whale shark, the largest fish in the world, to the tiny dwarf lantern shark, which can fit in your hand. Sharks have adapted to nearly every aquatic environment on the planet. Bananas grow on trees. False. Bananas grow on giant herbs, not trees. The trunk of a banana plant is actually a pseudostem, made of tightly packed leaf bases. After producing a single cluster of bananas, the plant dies and new shoots sprout from its underground rhizome. Bananas are technically berries and are one of the first fruits cultivated by humans, with evidence of banana cultivation dating back at least 7,000 years in Southeast Asia. Modern bananas are sterile hybrids of wild varieties, and their seeds have been bred out, leaving only tiny, undeveloped remnants. Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas. True. Humans share about 50% of their DNA with bananas, but this isn't as strange as it sounds. All life on Earth shares a common ancestor, and many of the same genes govern basic cellular functions like metabolism, DNA replication, and energy production. Our shared DNA also highlights the evolutionary relationship between species. For instance, we share about 98.8% of our DNA with chimpanzees, 85% with zebrafish, and even 60% with fruit flies. Octopuses have 3 hearts? True. Octopuses have a circulatory system like no other. 2 of their hearts pump blood to the gills to collect oxygen, while the third circulates oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. When swimming, the systemic heart temporarily stops, which is why octopuses tire quickly and prefer crawling to conserve energy. Their blood is copper-based, making it blue instead of red. Octopuses are also remarkably intelligent, capable of solving complex puzzles, using tools and escaping tanks. They even have the ability to regenerate lost limbs. The Great Wall of China is visible from space with the naked eye? False. The Great Wall is often said to be visible from space, but this is a myth. While it stretches over 13,000 miles, it is only about 30 feet wide at its broadest points, making it indistinguishable from its surroundings when viewed from orbit. Astronauts have confirmed they can see city lights, large rivers and coastlines, but not the wall itself. Originally built as a defensive barrier, the Great Wall also served to regulate trade and immigration along the Silk Road. Hot water freezes faster than cold water. True. This counterintuitive phenomenon is called the Mpemba effect, named after a Tanzanian student, Erasto Mpemba, who rediscovered it in the 1960s while making ice cream. Though the exact cause is debated, possible explanations include faster evaporation, reducing the water's mass, differences in molecular structure caused by heating, or temperature gradients affecting heat transfer. The effect was mentioned as far back as Aristotle, showing that even ancient scientists noticed its mysterious properties. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. True. With an estimated 10 to the power of 24 stars in the observable universe, there are vastly more stars than grains of sand on Earth's beaches and deserts. To put it into perspective, that's a trillion stars. Many of these stars are orbited by planets, and some are thought to exist in the Goldilocks zone, where conditions might support liquid water and life. The enormity of the universe raises profound questions about our place in it, and whether intelligent life exists elsewhere. Sloths only poop once a week. True. Sloths descend from trees to defecate just once a week, a dangerous move that exposes them to predators like jaguars and eagles. Scientists believe this behaviour may help maintain their unique symbiotic relationship with the algae and moths living in their fur. The algae provide camouflage and may even supply nutrients when the sloth licks its fur. Sloths' slow metabolism is another reason for their infrequent bathroom trips. They take days to digest a single meal. Goldfish have a memory span of only 3 seconds. False. Goldfish have impressive memories, lasting several months or more. They can be trained to associate specific sounds with feeding, navigate mazes, and even recognise their owners. Goldfish have been used in cognitive studies to demonstrate learning and problem-solving abilities. This myth likely arose as a misconception, but research has repeatedly debunked it. Tomatoes are a vegetable. False. Tomatoes are fruits because they develop from the flower of the plant and contain seeds. In 1893, the US Supreme Court ruled that tomatoes are vegetables for taxation purposes, as they are used more like vegetables in cooking. Botanically speaking, many foods we consider vegetables, such as cucumbers, pumpkins, and bell peppers, are technically fruits. Humans can distinguish over 1 trillion different smells. True. Our sense of smell is incredibly sensitive. The 400 olfactory receptors in our noses work together in complex combinations, allowing us to detect subtle differences between odours. Smell is also deeply tied to memory and emotion, with the olfactory bulb directly connected to the brain's limbic system. Amazingly, humans can even detect fear or happiness in others based on their scent. Cows can sleep standing up but can't dream standing up. True. Cows can doze lightly while standing, but for REM sleep, the phase where dreaming occurs, they need to lie down. During REM, their muscles relax completely, which would cause them to collapse if they were standing. Cows typically sleep in short cycles throughout the day and night, spending around 4 hours in total sleep and just 30 minutes in REM. The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summer. True. The Eiffel Tower expands in the summer due to thermal expansion, where heat causes materials to expand. It can grow by up to 6 inches in height on hot days. Conversely, it contracts in winter. Built in 1889, the tower remains one of the most iconic structures in the world and was once the tallest building on Earth. Humans have more than 5 senses. True. In addition to the classic 5 senses, humans have many others, including proprioception, body awareness, nociception, pain perception, equilibrioception, balance, and thermoception, temperature perception. Some scientists estimate humans have between 9 and 21 senses, depending on how you define them. Humans glow in the dark. True. Humans emit bioluminescent light as a byproduct of metabolic reactions in our cells, particularly from free radicals interacting with lipids and proteins. This faint glow is strongest in the late afternoon and weakest at night. Although invisible to the naked eye, specialized cameras have captured this fascinating phenomenon, revealing how our bodies constantly radiate light. The longest hiccuping spree lasted 68 years. True. Charles Osborne began hiccuping in 1922 after a farm accident and continued until 1990. His hiccups, which occurred up to 40 times per minute, gradually decreased in frequency over time. Despite seeing countless doctors, no treatment could cure him. He hiccuped an estimated 430 million times before the condition stopped mysteriously a year before his death. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. True. Wombats produce cube-shaped poop to mark their territory. Their intestines have varying elasticity, which creates the distinct shape. This adaptation prevents the poop from rolling away, ensuring it stays in place as a form of communication. Researchers studying this unique trait have found applications in manufacturing, such as designing more efficient methods for producing cubed or shaped materials without the need for molds. These findings could inspire advancements in eco-friendly packaging, or even soft robotics, where flexible materials mimic natural processes to create stable, stackable shapes. The Amazon rainforest produces 20% of the world's oxygen. False. The Amazon is often called the lungs of the earth, but its net oxygen contribution is near zero. While it produces oxygen through photosynthesis, it also consumes nearly all of it through decomposition and respiration. Its true value lies in storing carbon dioxide, regulating the global climate, and hosting 10% of the planet's biodiversity. Honey never spoils. True. Honey's natural low water content and high acidity make it inhospitable to bacteria and mold. Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are still edible after 3,000 years. Honey also contains natural hydrogen peroxide, which further prevents spoilage. It's one of the most durable foods known to humanity.